Hi there, welcome back to my channel. We played with Dawn last time, and this time around we are with the Goths, where Dawn and Cassandra should get married. Let's see if they actually go through with it. So I've given Cassandra a small little makeover just so she looks a little bit closer to normal, not with her pigtails. So let's see what happens. We'll just take a nice snapshot as well. Photo to commemorate it. I like hanging Sims photos in their homes. So we'll take one for in case they end up going through with this. Then they can have a picture. Commemorate the day. Oh, he looks like he's going for it. Yeah. He's professing his, I don't know, should I call it love? Poor Cassandra. Someone didn't turn their cell phone off during the wedding. That's disruptive. There we go. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Lothario. Not many people showed up to this, but maybe it's better that way. So I'll just quickly show you, I gave them their traits so that we can see. And this is Mortimer. I thought the technophobe one was particularly interesting. And I made him a secondary family aspiration sim. I felt like that suited. Then for Dawn, we know what Dawn has, but I'm giving him one more in the aspiration tree of romance. There's his traits as well. I thought this would be fitting traits for him. Right? As you can see. Then Cassandra. Here's her traits. I always check the one true hobby just to see what their hobby is. I sometimes change it if I feel it doesn't suit them, but I think hers is right. She's a secondary knowledge. And then obviously Alexander is just a child growing up. Have aspiration yet. There's his traits. I mentioned before, I give the traits to the children fully. I feel like at this stage you can definitely see personality. I even give it to toddlers because, yeah, they can just start showing the traits when they become children and can actually interact. Alright, let's hang up their nice picture, or actually let's put it in her inventory because I'm planning on letting them move out, and I'm planning on letting Dina live here with Mortimer. So I think I just want to make a small change quickly, color wise. I'm thinking of, because I didn't give this to Cassandra, but I think it says that she likes yellow, so let's give her that. I kind of wanted to say black at first, but she actually likes yellow. Her room is yellow. And I see I also didn't give Alexander a favorite color, so we're gonna give him blue as a favorite and pink as a dislike. I think that's kind of common for boys at that age. And yeah, Mortimer as well. I don't think I gave him colors. So, alright. we're going to just pick these. In my game, they don't have much of a function because I have some mods that don't get along with each other, so I cannot really go all out with the color mods. Alright. There we go. So I think what we should do is we should organize a computer where we can actually do some banking online. Because if you think about it, Cassandra wouldn't leave here without absolutely anything. And Don also brought some money when he came. So I'm going to say that her father gives them a good amount to start out with. And I think Cassandra would want to, you know, kind of have her own home that she can decorate to her own taste. So we'll give them a Monique's hacked computer so that they can do all the transactions they need to, and it can be Alexander's computer afterwards. We can say he needs a computer for all his schoolwork, so alright. We can let Alexander take care of some needs. I'm going to let Don handle the banking, just because I want Cassandra to choose a different formal outfit now, so she doesn't show up in a wedding dress to other people's weddings. But it's kind of irritating when that happens. So I think 200,000 is a good amount, because I mean the Goths are pretty loaded and they can really have a nice home. That amount. Okay, so here I'm going to pretend that Mortimer is getting these phone calls from a woman claiming to be Bella, and that he thinks it's someone who's just crazy. Because he's not expecting phone calls from someone right now, claiming that she's Bella. He's just going to decide that it's someone who heard about the case of Bella being missing and who's trying to prank them, perhaps in a very cruel way, or someone who wants to go after his money, perhaps, and pretend to be Bella. So he's ignoring these phone calls. Alright, we'll let him pick up Mr. Humble's computer, ironically, since he's a technophobe. But we'll probably just sell that. Alright, there we go. So now Don can find a new place for them to live. Oh, Cassandra. There's a time for everything, and this is not the time. You can make your way down and go hug your father and say goodbye, basically, since you're moving out. That would be more appropriate. You can wait downstairs to greet you guys. And Alexander can reach the fridge. Just have a snack. Kind of mildly. Okay, so Cassandra's with him. Go. Oh. Never mind. Running. And now she's going down. Now she didn't greet him. Oh wow. We can pretend. Okay, so they're off to their new life, newlyweds. Very exciting. Don't know what Mortimer wants to do, but cancel that. We'll just add him a few more logs. And looking at the time, it's not that late at night. So I think he can call over Dina. Now he kind of feels a little bit alone because Cassandra left and Alexander is entertaining himself. He's used to doing that a little bit by now because there's quite a big age gap between him and his sister. He loves playing chess, so he's going to do that. Okay, we're just going to invite Dina. He's on the way. Oh, we can greet John Berg. She's the female version of John Berg. So she's from Fairplay, and we can greet her. So nicely. We'll meet her when we play Fairplay. Of course she wants to talk to him about money. Okay, he's gonna cut her short a little bit and say, sorry, I'm expecting someone. It was nice to meet you. So he's being polite towards her, but you know what, actually, she can be our photographer. We need someone to take a picture because Mortimer wants to romantically marry Dina. So we're going to go off script a little bit. I know usually the scripted events wants you to let Mortimer move in with Dina, but I'm not going to do that. I feel that Mortimer would live in his home, raise his son there. I want Alexander to be the one to inherit the house one day, so to me that makes the most sense. There we go. Pulling some once. And we can propose engagement. He's eager to live a little bit still, since he's the older man and he feels the loss of Bella deeply. He's very lonely and this pretty lady very interested in him, so he feels very flat. Little does he know that she's after his fortune and that she probably has something to do with the disappearance of Bella. Of course she accepts the proposal. He was eagerly waiting for it. Right, and now we will get married in a lovely evening wedding. But I think we need to just move her in probably, or gussy up, so she can have a wedding dress that's not black. The default one that she has is a black one. Yeah, So we'll just choose. I don't have all my CC in yet, so I don't have a wide range of wedding dresses like I usually do. So we're just going to give her the standard wedding dress that comes with the game. And that'll be it. I'm putting back stuff bit by bit, so eventually there'll be a bigger variety. So we do want a picture to commemorate it all. So we're going to let dear John Burke take a nice picture for us. Lovely. And Alexander can come and witness the second wedding of the day. I'm not playing the vacation hoods yet because I have to build them from scratch. So I haven't sent Cassandra on a honeymoon, but I'm pretending that she's on her honeymoon. Otherwise, she would obviously be at her father's wedding. So we need a nice picture for them as well. There we go. It looks kind of shorter than she is in this photo. Maybe he is. Never know. I guess they're waiting for everyone to take their place, which is just John and Alexander. So he's very happy that she's so eager to marry him, and she's putting on the drama. There she got her married rich memory. Very chuffed with herself. Right. Here she Alexander is clapping hands. He thinks it's gonna be good to have someone else in the house. Also misses his mom, but I'm sure he's a little bit torn with feelings of wishing that his mom's there and wanting his dad to be happy. There we go. We've placed their picture in the dining room. Okay. So this is Dina's personality, and we have to set her up with all her aspirations and things like that. We haven't done that yet. So I'm going to make her a secondary pleasure sim because she really does seem to be the type that doesn't want to work, wants the money, wants the influence, but really doesn't want to work for anything. Wants to party and relax and pamper herself. We're going to let her like orange and dislike grey. She likes bright colors. I'm going off the living room colors that she had in her apartment. To me, looked like she liked warm autumn colors. She's sloppy, she's outgoing, she's lazy, she's playful. They make her relatively nice. I'm going to say that she's not, because I haven't seen a nice gold digger before. I think it can be a fake nice, but even if she was a little bit nice, her wish for living in the lap of luxury, I think, would absolutely go above and beyond. Alright, so giving her star quality, making her a good kisser. We know she's a slob, but she is charismatic. I'm playing with the idea of snob, but then again, she's kind of friends with Brandy, which, you know, I don't think a snob would really be. So I'm wondering if we should give that one or skip that one. I think she's very clever in a conniving sort of way. And we can say she's creative. She's creative in her plans. And she can be a born salesperson just because she knows how to pitch an idea so that someone thinks it's a good idea. And look at it that way, but unconventional. Alright, she said, well, now I will add her cell phone. I'm adding all the other electronics as well, because I feel in this day and age a cell phone can do all those things that we have separate gadgets for. So I'm going to just add that. Alright, she needs to change her formal outfit, so it's not the wedding outfit. Take care of some needs. Yeah, I think I'm going to edit Alexander's energy, because there's no way at 10:30 at night that he will be this energetic. I think that's a little bit ridiculous, so I'm just going to change it so that he goes to sleep. Tomorrow is school, after all. Here's a Mortimer. Thanks, John Burke, for the nice photo that you took. I'll quickly just check ACR. I think, yeah, I need to just change this, because Mortimer shows us if he's not jealous at all. That wouldn't make any sense. And yeah, then we'll give Dina the same token, except she would be willing to cheat. Now Mortimer, I usually set up as if he wouldn't want to cheat, but when you start the game, he has the wish to flirt with Dina's sister, which to me shows that he's not as nice and innocent as one would think, you know? He's not as dedicated to this relationship either. But anyhow, we'll see. Perhaps he will not act on that, but see what happens. Okay, so where is Dina? Get stuck somewhere along the way. Yeah, she started playing the piano. Shows you how interested she is in really spending time with Mortimer. We'll give her her regular dress back. Now, if you watch the first episode, you will know that she's actually expecting Dawn's baby. So she's going to try and pass this baby off as Mortimer's. But, we'll see if Mortimer's judgment is clouded enough to not realize, or if he will actually realize. In which case, I'm sure he would boot her out immediately if he realized. Because he's not a fan of Dawn to begin with. So we'll see. Alright, we'll let them all sleep till Tuesday morning. I will again play this family also until Wednesday morning, just so that I'm trying to sync up everyone. We'll see how successful I am at that, because the different neighborhoods all start at different times. It might not be as easy, but our first round, I will just try and play everyone until Wednesday. Regardless of where they start. Alright, so I don't think she's much of a cook, but she can serve cereal. Hopefully she's capable. She's already wondering about pregnancy. I don't know how long this marriage will last if he realizes. It might be less than a day. I do play with a lifespan that equals, but it's basically built around the idea that 1 day equals 1 year. So we'll see. I mean, then we can kind of say it lasted a year. But it can't really. If she's already expecting Dawn's baby, then it will be less. It will be a couple of months at most. So we'll see. That might make it more realistic, actually. Although I do not have all the mods back in, I also play with an 18-hour pregnancy that fits this lifespan, but I don't have that in yet. So things might not quite line up in that aspect, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. It's The Sims. It doesn't need to be 100% realistic. Although we're going for that. Looking at her once, she wants to go on a vacation to an island. She wants to get some money. She also wants to buy a TV, which I think Mortimer would try and avoid, but perhaps she will be able to convince him. She's good at convincing people of things. We'll see how successful it is. She also wants to get a job, which I will ignore. I think that's a standard fortune-some want. But knowing Dina, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want a job. Alright, so it's 5:36 in the morning. She's serving breakfast, seeming to be the perfect stepmom. So Alexander is going to come to breakfast downstairs. We'll just make him a little bit hungry. Dude's his needs as we think he would want them. Okay. Come on, Alexander. Okay, he's playing. He's decided that he doesn't really want to spend time at the breakfast table. Okay, so she's pitching the idea of having a babe. I think it's because she's suspecting that she's already expecting a baby. So she's kind of pitching like, oh, we're going to have children, right, Mortimer? And right in front of his son. How appropriate. Typical Dina. Talking about how she can decorate the nursery with toys. How exciting that would be. And Mortimer at the moment isn't against it, but then she suddenly has morning sickness, which there's no way that the symptoms would show that fast. So I think unless she really is able to hide it better, her story is going to start cracking and he's going to see. He's not stupid, he can calculate, so. We'll lock in wanting to go on a vacation. We'll send her on a vacation at some stage in her life. If they were planning a holiday getaway after their wedding, her feeling sick would kind of ruin that anyway. Okay, so she has morning sickness, but she's hungry at the same time. Lovely. Okay, so Mortimer can just tidy up a bit. And he can just have a glass of juice. And this is just, for me, as if the game knows something. Look at Alexander's face. It's kind of like he's measuring her up in the sense of, are you truly not? Are you really who you seem to be? It's almost like he's wise beyond his years. He's a little boy, but he's looking at her with that, like, I'm not sure if I can believe that you are as nice as you're pretending to be. Yeah, it's just epic, that facial expression. I'm, on a different note, going to just let Mortimer hire all the services because there's no way a mansion like this wouldn't have a gardener, a maid, and a butler. So I'm just going to let him hire all that. I feel like that would have been something they would have had already. Okay, so Alex has to go to school. Turn off. Pulling by Dad, by Dina out the door. He's in fact still hungry. Goodness, she's gonna have her third helping now. Okay, partner, maid. Oh, Lambert. So that's the version of Kaelin Langerak, the male version. Ooh, what did I pressed the wrong thing. I tried to hurry to hire a nanny. Not really what I wanted. I wanted a map. Let's try again, Mortimer. We hired the wrong thing. We don't need a nanny yet. Okay, so at the moment he's still unaware. He wants to serenade. Oh no, she wants to serenade him. So she's really laying on the honey quite thick. Actually, his facial expression looks kind of like, Dina? You okay there? Is this real or are you pretending? Because it just looks a little bit of true Dina fashion. Doesn't know when to stop. But he's accepting it. I mean, maybe he's starting to have a nagging feeling in the back of his head, but in the back of his mind. But he's trying to ignore it because, you know, he wants to believe that she truly is the nice person he believes she is. Oh dear. The butlers. Oh, look at this cute little dog. Boo. Didn't Alexander want a pet? No, Mortimer. Talking about. Okay. Maybe we should try get Boo to move in. Now, I do this in a little bit of a cheaty way. I usually don't go through all the hoops of befriending the pets. I just let them move in and then I work on the friendship. Because you might not see the pets again specifically, and it's not like you can call him over. But I know it's a bit of a challenge in the real vanilla game, but I'm not going to play like that for storytelling purposes. I think if you want to take in a stray, you can kind of do it at any. There we go. I have a pet called Boo. Black little schnauzer. Looks like. Now we'll need some pet goodies. Let's see. Available. Phone. Where shall we put dogs? I don't know if there's really space in Alexander's room. It would be fun for him to obviously have the dog with him, but I think it's a little bit crowded. Cassandra's room is empty currently. Just has her bedding and things like that in. So perhaps we could put the stuff in someone's inventory. Or even upstairs in their attic, like storage. Yeah, you can probably put it in the attic. That could Alright, last item. Okay. Save quickly. Using press. Alright, so for little boo. Cute. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. He can come and play with his phone, and Mortimer can pull in. Well, so I have a mod that makes you control pets, which is nice because sometimes you just need the dog or cat to go somewhere specific, and it's a bit of a pain if it's a routing or whatever. They don't do what you do, so, or what you need them to at that moment. So it just takes away some frustration. Right, and we can press him for 1 at the same time. Get him started on not destroying the furniture. Nice. And it will be a nice surprise for Alexander when he returns home. See that he has a little dog. Dad got a dog. And Mortimer can kind of stay busy trying to teach the dog some things he needs to know so that he can provide pets in the Goths home. Alright. Right, let's take care of some of Mortimer's needs. Okay, so Dina's about to wake up. And she can also use the bathroom. Oh, we have some visitors. Alright, so we can let Mortimer on the phone with someone. But we can let him greet guys that's here. It's Daniel. And then we have Nina's male version. And okay. Oh, he was finding a taxi. But okay, you can quickly greet them. So it's Daniel, and then Nina's male version, and then Brandy Brooks. the latter two being from Fair Play. But he would just greet them and then say goodbye again. We're not going to have a long visit. But right. Can quickly get the mail, perhaps. So we're going to send her to, Mortimer, to Pleasant View. Just the regular grocery store. He needs to step out and buy a few groceries. He could send, of course, the butler to do this, but we're not going to because Mortimer likes to get out as well. Where is he going with the mail? Oh my goodness, Mortimer, are you crazy? Alright, so 290 Main Street, this is the shopping center that comes with the game. So we're going to send him there. And he's just frustrated. Perhaps he'll need a few. Here we'll see. Shows up. Okay, so he ends up buying a lot more than we originally wanted him to. Okay, so here's some interesting townies. I have to say, both of the other neighborhoods that I have with this one has really interesting townies that I would not mind having as part of my gameplay. Here's the current mayor as well from Somerville, and yeah, so we'll have Mortimer greet him because I feel like he would know the mayor with kind of his status in society. But we'll let him greet the other people who are townies. Okay, so that's it, and we'll send him back home. We don't want to sell it. Yeah, we'll going home. Okay, just sit on the bench and wait for the cab to come. Here's another townie. As far as I know, she's also from Fair Play. Oh, I don't know if he's going to. Oh, okay, never mind. Whatever. Okay, quite a few townies more have arrived. This Andrea Holland is Andrea Hogan from Pleasant View's male version, for instance. So, what I like about Fair Play is that, it really, the creator even took the townies and made versions of them. I think was quite creative. Alright, so Mortimer will return in 1 hour and around about 48 minutes by now. And he's going to be away a little bit. So Dina can also get to bond with the dog a little bit. Praise him for eating his pet food. Oh, he doesn't like Dina. So she would scold him. How can you be hostile towards me? I'm your master now. Then she would try and bond with the dog. Treats. Okay, so eventually the dog is like, well, okay. Let you pet me. Let me enjoy this luxurious lifestyle. You're feeding me treats. You must be good and friendly. Okay, so here we have someone who's known as the Gold Digger of Somerville, Heidi Chase, one of the Chase sisters. So let's see. I kind of think that Dina would be friends with someone like that. It's someone that is very much like her, possibly. I don't know. I haven't gotten to know Heidi yet. We'll play her later on. But let's let Dina greet her and possibly befriend her if they get along. Let's see. She's a very pretty son. Okay, they're talking. Yeah, they seem to be sharing their interest in fashion, and I don't know if that's supernatural or fish. Right. Anyways, JJ proud of another Tanya. I'm not quite sure from where he's hailing, but alright, so let's try and befriend this lady. No, you're not gonna play now, you have a guest. You can greet the other Tanya as well. Oh, and Alexander is returning from school. Now, if you look at just look at Dina's relationship, she's got maximum bolts with Dawn, and she literally just has one with Mortimer. So she's not particularly attractive. So that's interesting. I find this very interesting in different playthroughs, of course. Sometimes she doesn't really have sparks with Dawn, but here she actually has. Okay, so Alexander got an A+, and he's very excited. He's sharing it with his new stepmom. And she's, of course, pleased. Great that he's doing well. Okay, so this is April Potter. She's also from Somerville. I believe she's one of the ladies who run the bakery, or who, I don't know. I think, I'm not quite clear which one of them run the bakery. I think it's actually not April Potter. I think it's the other lady. I have to get to know those sums a bit. Anyways, interesting look that she has. Wow. The creator really didn't make standard looking sims. That's interesting. Alright, and yeah, she has her dog with her, which is nice. So we can, I guess, let Dina. We'll just let Alexander take care of some stuff, but I think we can then maybe let Dina greet. Is there someone to chat with? You can chat online. Let him do that, so you can also get to know her children. Kind of be normal. Alright. Yeah, she will let Dina eat apple and caramel. Caramel. You trust the dog then. Oh, two ladies. But yeah, okay. Let's let her say goodbye. She's kinda hungry. Mortimer is returning. Well, she's not capable of much except lunch meat sandwiches, so I guess that will be the meal that they're able to have if she serves it. Okay, so Alexander hasn't really interacted with the dog yet. We will let him. Oh, the lady claiming to be Bella is phoning, and she's speaking to Dina, and she's asking to speak to Alexander. So of course Dina would just say, "Ah, no, he's not here," and just kind of get rid of the person called Bella on the other side. She would definitely not want Bella to reconnect with her family. Mm. Press down the phone quickly and flirt with her. I think this butler's face. He saw that she was attempting to make food and he realized that it was just such a flop that he had to step in and make a decent meal for the family. He was like, oh, let me just help this woman because she's kind of useless. She couldn't even make a sandwich. Right, so Alexander is making some friends online. Don't know if his dad would be okay with that. Dad can think he's busy at work, making some friends. The names are off completely of the townies. I need to fix that. Um, yeah, it's the wrong names. But that happens when you're adding it as a subcode, so it's okay. I will fix it, you know, whenever they become playable or when it matters. And here's a dog. He wants to play fetch. So it seems he's decided to befriend Dina. He sees that she also has some treats. And he's decided that it's worth befriending her. Alright, so the 2 days left before Alexander has his birthday. Yeah, let's just let Mortimer pay the bills before I forget about that. Yeah, you can see my 18-hour pregnancy mod hasn't been put back, so Dina's going to have a long pregnancy. Okay. Okay. Dog's trying his luck. Like, why will I sleep on my pillow if I can sleep on the bed in a master's? Alright, so Mortimer is a bit hungry. Flowers? Um, Hang on. We'll say her telephone. Doesn't have to actually be on the hold. Let's buy a TV. Let's say that Mortimer kind of caved in. Bought her a TV. Wondering, should I put one that's top of the... Put a little end table. Yeah, we can actually move this to a table because it would be in the way of a TV if we were to put one on the wall. See what we have available. I have a lot of custom TVs, but I also haven't put all of them back. I think this one is too big. Need to move objects on. I have a mod that makes you be able to move TVs as well, so that their height. Oh dear, there was a painting. So that their height, can be adjusted. Move it. There we go. Right. All right. So she finally got her wish. Oh wait, no, 8,000. This TV isn't expensive enough. It's 5,000. Okay, wait. Let's get her 8,000. I think the one that comes with the game. That amount. Okay. Now it should satisfy. Yeah, there we go. Platinum aspiration. Now she wants a car. Get the girl a TV, and now she wants a car. Typical. Kind of late, but Alexander didn't actually do his homework. So I think he's gonna have to ask for homework help. I don't think he has that already sorted. You can go watch her new TV. I changed it to the Yummy channel. He decided to learn some recipes. Got homework to do. Going to play, you know? He actually has a pet, so I'm going to just. I don't know if I should unlock that because it didn't register as if he got a pet, which actually I'm just going to. There we go. Yeah, that's the face of worry. You're gonna lose your cushy life because you've been very naughty. There we go. You have to get a snapshot of that. Now I wonder if Mortimer realizes. Let's see. We're gonna check if his relationship with her has gone down, but usually it does, especially if they have some logic points. Yeah, there we go. He's furious. Literally beside himself. And I think he's gonna go slap her if I look at the. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him break up because he wouldn't tolerate that. Now he's seeing through it. He realizes she's not who she pretended to be. Yeah, that's not my baby. I'm not stupid. What do you take me as? You think I'm a fool? You can just get out. You think you're going to come here and pretend to be my wife, pass off this baby as mine? I can count. I wondered what was going on with you. Save. And she's very upset, of course. She was really hoping. He's turning off the TV, changing it to sports. It's like, well, I'm a technophobe, but you know, now that you've brought this TV into my house, I might as well enjoy it. Yeah, there we go. So for someone who's a technophobe, he's enjoying switching the channels quite a bit. But he is upset about it. He feels used, rightfully so. And now it's just opened up the raw feelings of Vala as well. So Vala is called Sunny Miguel. I need to obviously fix that. So I wonder under what she would be. Probably. Well, I mean, she's a townie. Uh, Looking back at this, I was silly. I should have gone under Bandit, because I think that would be the regular townies. I'm not sure whether I go back and do that, because I think I only end up bringing Bella back afterwards. I don't think I end up doing it. Or I do it in this round, but not in this house. Okay, so when the way I play religion, by the way, in my game, is I'm viewing lifelong happiness as if they are in the pursuit of something higher, and they want to, kind of connect with God. That's how I play it. Now, I don't see myself as God, by the way. I I don't like playing like that. So, you know, I'm the storyteller, but I'm definitely not God to The Sims. So I view it from, a different perspective. But I'm locking in that he wants to study lifelong happiness because I take it as he went through this trauma and he realizes that, the way that he's been trying to deal with missing Bella was not the correct way either. And he was actually just on the Okay, he's spending some time with Alexander. He's trying to explain to Alexander in a decent and calm way what happened, and Alexander, being a child, you know, is feeling, you can see he's trying to console his dad and he is talking about it, but then he kind of changes the topic because it's a little bit uncomfortable and he doesn't quite know how to help his dad. So he's talking about animals in between. He's talking about hobbies. There they go, aliens. So they're obviously talking about a lot of stuff while they're busy with their chess game. They are talking about what happened. But then from time to time Alexander changes the subject to try and not have to think and deal with the feelings that they're both having at the moment. And yeah, it's a tough time for them to have to deal with a lot. And it's also hard for Alexander to understand all these adult things that's going on, that he has to deal with emotionally. Little Boo has retired to his pillow. And I think we'll let Alexander nap because he will need to go to sleep. Yeah, we've reached Wednesday morning, so I don't think we should let much else happen. I think we should stop it here. So for now, Mortimer and Alexander is alone. They have a little dog, and yeah, they're just trying to deal with the loss of Bella, and obviously now a second loss where they thought Dina was a decent person and she turned out not to. Alright, so now next we'll go to the Caliente sisters and we'll play them. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and be blessed and see you again soon. Bye bye.